Welcome to Biohacking Beauty podcast, the podcast that marries science, longevity, and beauty all in one show.
We are your hosts. My name is Anastasia.
My name is Amitai, co-founders of...
Young Goose Skincare.
Today we're doing something new, special. That's the first time we are going to actually take questions from our own staff, from our own employees. We're launching a new product called
Blue Peptide Spray.
And our employees had questions about the different ingredients that are in the formulations. So we took some time and we wanted to record little bonus episodes on each of the ingredients and the questions that were asked. So,
Yeah.
If you liked that, I'm just going to remind people, you can go to younggoose.com, use code podcast10, get 10% off your purchase.
Yeah.
So let's start. What are we talking about? So Blue Peptide Spray has cool ingredients. We are starting with...
Well, I think this episode will only focus on spirulina. And we already recorded a longer format episode that's by this time is already available, where there is a deeper dive. But in that episode, we kind of focused mostly on methylene blue, because that's the hero ingredient in our newly launched Blue Peptide Spray. But there are other cool ingredients, and we just briefly touched on them. And this is more of a deeper dive, again, coming from our staff questions. And, if they're asking questions, we figured everyone is wondering the same things.
Getting you behind the scenes. So today we're going to talk about Spirulina AP, which is a branded name of a spirulina extract. So we're going to be talking about spirulina.
Yeah, and how spirulina's benefits translate into skin health. Back in the day, if you guys scroll to like 3 years ago of this podcast, you had the founder of the spirulina company,
Energy Bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want even deeper dive, you can scroll back, find that episode, and you'll get convinced spirulina is everything that basically helps you function and cures everything on Earth. But the
joke was it's that every time you say the word algae, she pops out from somewhere.
Yes. But spirulina does have pretty cool properties for skin health. So this is it.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what is spirulina? Maybe some people don't know.
Yeah, so spirulina is a green-blue algae that is unique in its nutrient density. So anything from, peptides, amino acids, antioxidants, it's rich in all of those. And therefore, it's a really good ingredient to use in skincare where, every gram, every molecule counts. You need really high impact ingredients because you have a limited amount of space in each formulation. And on the other hand, because of the way that it kind of builds itself and the environments that it lives in, it also unfortunately is a lot of times rich in heavy metals. So one of the things that's good spirulina is being tested for is that heavy metal composition and deposition. And spirulina AP is heavy metal free, which is kind of cool and important.
Yeah, no, super important. Okay, so how does spirulina fight aging?
So it has a really cool peptide, which is called phycocyanin peptide, which is mainly signaling hydration. I think a lot of times people hear peptides and they think wrinkles, or they think you see on Instagram like some definitely funded post saying, peptides tackle, and they're going to tackle something. But the reality is peptides are just codes. They're like computer codes for our skin, for that matter, for our body, to do different things. So so these specific peptides what they are doing is, first of all, they're antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, but they really improve hydration. Again, rich in amino acids that do support collagen production. And it also has very important minerals like magnesium and iron. We know iron is very good to defend against against blue light, against pollution, things like that. Magnesium is extremely important. It's one of the ingredients that actually relax muscles. So you look good after you have more magnesium absorbed through your skin. And magnesium actually is really good at absorbing through the skin.
Yeah, there's so many magnesium creams.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And zeaxanthin salt is rich in magnesium, and that's what you use in your bath, and that's what we use also with Lev.
Yeah.
With our baby in his bath.
For sure.
So you asked how it fights aging. So first and foremost, we talk a lot about the fact that free radicals or oxidative stress is one of those most primary, things that go wrong in the skin, and that a lot of different types of skin aging go from that. So it scavenges for free radicals, but it also lowers, as we said, inflammation. So it lowers inflammaging. That's how it fights aging. And also it helps with collagen production, make sure we're, again, not mineral depleted. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, well, does it support collagen? That's what people really care about usually.
Yes, it does two things. So it supports collagen actively because of amino acids, but it also prevents collagen degradation through that blocking of the inflammatory and oxidative stress buildup. So it does both. It's both passive and active. Sometimes I think of it like a car. A car can be two things. It can be resilient. When you crash, it can protect you. But it can also not get into an accident because it's quick. It's both active and passive in its defense, if you would. So similar here.
All right. When I hear spirulina, I imagine something natural, and it's so green, and green kind of associates with something like aloe vera, very calming, very soothing. Does spirulina have any kind of soothing properties? Maybe like calming redness? You already said inflammation, so
There's a problem there because spirulina, as a rule, actually as an ingredient, it may be irritating. You really need to know how to formulate with it. And again, it needs to be heavy metal free, which would also be irritating. Having said that, yes, if it's formulated in a way that's non-irritating and heavy metal free, it will calm redness. It's really good for people with rosacea, things like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, does it have any other properties, like maybe UV protection?
Yes. So the pigment in spirulina helps absorb UV. So it has some active, again, some preventative aspect, but also therapeutic aspect because it helps repair the damage, oxidative stress, which was created by UV, is wreaking havoc in the skin, if you would. So yeah. But so I want to ask you a few questions. What do you say? First question I have: can spirulina help with acne?
Yes. So spirulina has those very much needed anti-inflammatory properties to calm acne, because acne patients always battle inflammation as well. That's part of acne outbreak. And on the other hand, it's also very antimicrobial and antibacterial. And those properties also help, diminish P. acne bacteria outbreaks and growth. So yeah, it's very good for acne patients.
Great. And it's funny because we say a lot, you don't see acne, you see the inflammation caused by acne. Right? So it's really cool. What about brightening the skin?
Yeah. So spirulina actually has properties to help kind of break down the melanin clusters. So it is very it's not going to be if you're looking for a specific brightening effect. It's not going to be as strong its brightening properties as, let's say, vitamin C, but it is very supportive of brightening. So in a complex, you could look at it as a brightening agent as well.
Nice. What about hydration?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that it's actually helps stimulate hydration from within your skin. So it's as an ingredient, one of its properties will be to boost hydration from the inside.
Nice. A lot of people, again, we mentioned that we had a very long deep dive on edible spirulina.
Spirulina, yeah.
And chlorella. That was the episode.
Yeah.
So is it better eaten or applied?
Yeah, and I think if you want to get a second opinion on what I'm about to say, you can go and listen to that podcast. But when you consume spirulina, it because of those many properties we talked about, that it's so potent in antioxidants, and you have just oxidative stress all over your body, not just in your skin. Therefore, when you consume it orally, your body will allocate these resources for some of other organs. It's not gonna immediately show up in your skin. I personally think when I'm diligent enough and I take my energy beats, which this podcast is not sponsored by, I feel better, but I don't see immediate reflection on my skin, which some other supplements do. And we recorded actually recently an episode about supplements that we take that help our skin from inside out. So you can refer to that podcast. We shared everything we take and everything we find really helpful. But I wouldn't say spirulina really shows up in my skin. So I think if you want to see this properties of spirulina we just talked about, it has to be applied topically.
Got it. So if you look a little bit green, it's not because of spirulina. Okay. So that's some, I guess our employees weren't synced, because there is a similar question, which is it better? How is it better used in skincare or in smoothies? But it's kind of the same, right?
Yeah. But it's absolutely the same. But I will say that, sometimes I don't like taking the spirulina, chewing spirulina tablets, and your mouth can kind of turn green. So, but in smoothies, it's fun. You get your green smoothie and you feel so good about it.
Best way to use spirulina for the skin?
I think it's the same question, topically or
no. Like how do you would use it daily or weekly?
Spirulina, it's not one of those actives that you need to cycle. If you, and we are also bio-individual, so there. When you experiment with skincare, you can find that some actives just do more miracles for your skin than others. So if you're somebody that tried the formulation with spirulina and you just saw that, oh my God, you immediately look refreshed and renewed, and it's really made an impact, you can use it daily. It's not one of those ingredients that you have to kind of watch your intake. You can't do too much of it.
Yes, correct.
You could use it daily, you could use it twice a day if you want. It doesn't make your skin more photosensitive, so you don't have to do it only at night. But it is kind of like a great formulation for the day, because of what Amitai said earlier, that it has a strong antioxidant power. So it will be helpful when you go about your day and you outdoors and you meet pollution and free radicals and so many things. So it kind of fight off that stress. So if you don't want to do it twice a day, I think morning is best used for spirulina products.
Yeah. Okay, so are there any side effects?
No. Well, I was just about to say, unless you're allergic to algae.
Yeah.
So then you shouldn't use it at all.
Yes. How to choose quality spirulina products?
Well, I think you already alluded to that there's quality, spirulina needs to go through rigorous testing. And I think it's a little bit of like also logic. Spirulina is not the most affordable ingredient. So if you see like an uber cheap formulation with spirulina, I would just second guess their testing. But
If it's delivered by Uber too.
and then like for example, we use Spirulina AP, so it's a trademarked compound, and that's the compound that has clinical data behind it. It has testing. So just look for this particular compound could be in other formulations by other companies, or similar to that has clinical backing and it has like reputable manufacturer.
Yeah, I agree. Is spirulina the next big skincare trend?
I don't think so. I don't think it's a next big skincare trend. If anything, I think spirulina has been out for a while. More and more companies using that. I don't think there are some skincare companies from around the world that base their whole line on spirulina. Or I remember even like SkinCeuticals, I think like 5 years ago, they launched their Phyto line, and it has algae there. So again, it's been around. It's one of those ingredients that kind of comes from like ancient cultures already figured out the properties of algae, and now we're like learning from it and making it more mainstream, if you will. And again, I don't think it's one of those. I think it's like an evergreen, and it's funny because it's also green. And actually,
Ever blue green.
Ever blue green. I think it's here to stay. I think it's been around and it's not going anywhere.
Nice. Okay. So that's all we got for this episode.
And I think, as we mentioned before, these ingredients used prominently in our Blue Peptide Spray. Do you want to shine the light on like ProCare that we use it there as well?
No? I think we can keep it short.
Yeah.
And
I just wanted to say if you want to say where else they can find it besides Blue Peptide Spray. Just Blue Peptide Spray for now?
Blue Peptide Spray, ProCare, and look for other products that have it too.
Sure.
Ladder has it?
Yeah. Yeah, those are the three. So that's where maybe you're listening to this podcast and you already have.
Maybe you're listening to this podcast in the future, and where our entire company became a spirulina company. Who knows? Or not. Okay, that was short and sweet.
Yes. So we'll be recording more of this kind of ingredient-focused, short and sweet deep dives.
Yes, if you liked what you heard and you want to act now, you can go to younggoose.com.
Yeah, you can tell us which ingredient you want us to highlight.
You can do that too. You can use podcast 10 and get 10% off your purchase. And
if you like the information we put out, we would appreciate a like and review. 5 stars.
Give us 5 stars. We mentioned Uber in this podcast, so along the lines of Uber. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Anastasia.
Thank you, Amitai. Bye.